Now, back in studio, it's a good news story. We have Jadudi in studio with us. If you don't know who he is, he's a young man, a student who's suffering from, he found that he has cancer, and he'll tell us more about that in just a moment. He reached out to a blogger, a writer called Jackson Biko, who shared his story, and millions have poured in from Kenyans who wanted to help. Also with us in studio, we're happy to have a lady who has been helping this campaign, Jadudi Nyong'o from the Africa Cancer Foundation. Thank you both for joining us in studio. An amazing story of outreach. And I'll just tell the cameras, Jackson doesn't want to be seen on camera, but if you can catch a picture of him sitting in the corner, please do, because we want to say thank you to him. Jadudi, you reached out to Jackson when you found out you had cancer. What were you thinking he could do? What did you imagine it could lead to?
Okay, I was in India, almost going for my third surgery, and I just wanted to my story
to share it. And now this response, 6 million shillings plus raised, and you needed 1 million shillings. How do you feel? What do you want to say to everybody who's supported you?
I mean, I don't know how I can say it, but I'm happy. I'm happy with all Kenyans. How they put their hearts. Their hearts to one. It's I mean, I cannot believe it.
You can't believe it. You're touched. Jadudi, let me come to you, and you know, it's an amazing story, and the Africa Cancer Foundation, I guess, sees many Jadudis. It's not just the one. What do you take from such a powerful outreach for Jadudi? What message does that send, do you think?
For me, what has come up for me in the last week that has been one of the most intense weeks for me, and maybe even in my life, is the power of love, the power of unity, the power of faith, the power of collective intention, that when thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of people focus on one thing with one intention, coming from a really pure place, anything is possible. And you know, Jadudi has given us that opportunity to do that. And it's not about Jadudi. He's one of thousands. We receive requests all the time.
So what's your message? You have the audience now. If you would want to see something come out of this, what would that be? What would your message be?
I would say that we are the generation that has the solutions to Africa's problems. And if we just focus and we each see ourselves as a player in that journey, that one light can light another light, that can make a string of fairy lights, that can make a light festival around the world. And people kept saying, but what about the other Jadudis? What about, you know, making sure we have cancer treatment here in Kenya, so that we don't have to go to India or any place else? And what this experience showed me is that, okay, my 10 bob, my 20 bob, my 30 bob can make that big difference. And actually within 1 year, we could actually have our own cancer state-of-the-art center here in Kenya if everyone just put aside 10 bob per day.
We can do it. We can do it. And I know there are many plans even with the ministry to try to ensure we're dealing with you know, cancer itself. Jadudi, you head back. And you've got another process, and you know, we all hope the best for your treatment. What are your thoughts, and what message do you want to send to Kenyans? You've said thank you to them, but if there was another message you would send to them, what would that be?
I mean, many people. When I was during my first surgery, I remember we were supposed to be going for radiotherapy. I had a chance to look at the list of patients
Right.
with cancer. It was shocking.
It was a very long list.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have money, you will die. Because it was in June, I think, and the next patient was in the next year.
Oh my goodness. That's how long that waiting list was.
So how I mean, cancer grows so fast.
Right.
Yeah.
That if you let the time pass, it's a
you're
death
gone.
sentence.
Yeah.
The fact is, for many people in the country, if you can't access treatment, it simply is a death sentence. Tell us, Zawadi, how much has been raised in total? And because it was more, does that mean other people could possibly benefit from the money that has been raised from Jadudi as well?
So we actually don't know how much his treatment is going to cost.
Okay.
Biko and I came up with the goal saying, let's try and raise 1 million. But his last trip to India cost 3.3 million.
Okay.
So we actually don't know. So we will wait until his treatment is complete and then decide what to do with the remaining funds. The total as of the 7th of August at 12:58 p.m. was 6,393,849.
6.3 million. Okay, and how many days?
Almost 6.4.
Almost 6. How many days?
2 days.
This is incredible. And to all the Kenyans who have supported Jadudi, thank you so much for doing it. Our blessings, our best wishes are with you as you go for treatment. I see the optimism, and I think the love has touched you from Kenyans, and hopefully you take that as well into the process of treatment. A final word, maybe, as we go to the break?
If you are affected, come out.
If you're affected, come out.
Yeah.
Don't sit back. Don't
please.
be scared. Just come out. Try.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us in studio. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. We're taking a break, but stay with Sunday Live. Much more on the way. And Asante Sana, Jackson Biko, who is watching the screen over there and keeping away from the cameras. Thank you for sharing that story. Maybe if more of us shared positive stories, we could really transform this country and this continent.